everyone, my name is Titanic and welcome back to Titancraft Season 10 after way too goddamn long. And today, we're kicking off the final 5 episodes of the series and the start of a trilogy of episodes that probably will be some of the most significant episodes in the entire season and the entire Titancraft series as a whole. Because in 3 episodes, everything that's unfinished in this mega base is going to be finished. And that includes every last detail that I can think of. The only things that will not be finished are things that I need to do at the very end for the map download, like putting away my gear and a few little nitpicky stuff like that. Otherwise, all of the building and all of the polishing will be done over the course of the next 3 episodes. My plan is that this episode, after I introduce everything I have designed, we're going to start on the storage room. The next episode, we're going to be focusing on anything left with the storage room, and then the 4 rooms that go out from my storage room. And then on the 3rd and final episode of the trilogy, we are going to be decorating the forest dome, decorating anything left in the base, and probably doing a base tour. And otherwise, I'll save that for the penultimate episode of the series, but it's going to be busy. I finally have my base designed, though, and that's been the big holdup recently, is I've been super busy, and I've been chipping away at base design when I have time. And now that that's done, I'm going to attempt to build my entire mega base in just a few days. And I'm going to be filming as I go. My plan is that I will not be releasing any footage until I finish building, and then I'll sit down and edit the 3 episodes and see what I wind up with. So, I do want to start by going down...
How long is this video going to be?
I have no idea. It's going to be very segmented. I'm probably going to record the first 10 minutes of it tonight, and then I will be doing small little segments, maybe some time lapses. Maybe we'll get my alt account on for the first time in a while and do some time lapse work from the 3rd person view. I don't know. We'll have some fun with it. I haven't done some high quality editing in some time, and so to get in the spirit, I think we will try a bit of everything in this, and it's going to be a fun episode, I think. So, I don't know if I've showed off the completed pit. I don't remember where I left things off in the last episode. I know we were in spawn, and I know we worked on the castle. I don't know if I showed, though, that we have this gigantic clearing. I can't speak.
You showed them.
And
I remember your videos better than you.
Great.
And I haven't watched any of them.
So this is the clearing for just the storage room. We still have to do the end corridors, and I'm going to probably do that off camera, I'm thinking. Since that's going to be a really nitpicky thing with Schematica that I had to do, or Lightmatica. Beyond that, though, we're going to do lots of building on camera. It should be fun, and hopefully I don't lose my mind entirely. We still have a lot of resources to gather, though, so that's kind of my first big hiccup. But I want to, before we go any farther, I want to jump into showing you guys what's going to go down there, and as well as what's in the final big dome here. I also should point out, when I talk about base polishing, I know in the ice biome, there's a couple of things to polish up, and I forget what other dome or 2 has a couple of things I want to edit in them. So I'm definitely not done with some of the subdomes yet. They need a little bit of touching up before we get to the end, but we are nearly
Some mossy
there.
dick somewhere.
Is there
No,
actually?
I got rid of it already.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, the mossy dick war has continued off and on for months. Okay, so
I'm pretty sure the last one was in the basement. I got rid of it like a month ago.
Okay.
World.
I thought I remember seeing another one somewhere.
And we can show off all of the work we've done. And I'm super happy with all of this. It's pretty cool. And so, for one... Oh no, my game is freezing. That's not good. Okay, we're back.
Uh-oh.
So this is the dome that the plains biome is in on the server, and that's pretty cool, and I like it a lot. And on here, though, it's boring. There's nothing. Just like my berry bushes are gone. Don't worry about some of the nitpicky stuff like that. It's not a big deal. In here, we have a gazebo with a fountain. I inspired this off of a thing off Google, but I basically took all the blocks, made them my own, modified some stuff to make it fit how I wanted it, but a lot of the general concept is there, but I like it. I also had, I think it included this little hedge things in the original, but I tried to do some like little stylistic things with the coloring, so we have like the sunflower zone, the lilac zone, or actually, I'm trying to remember, these are the lilacs, these are... Oh wait, these are lilacs. Which ones are these?
Bounce, bounce,
Oh,
bounce.
the peonies. And these are the roses. So that was cool. We have roads going to each of the domes. Again, in the testing world, none of the domes are decorated. In the center here is where the drop shaft is. I just don't have that marked out here. That's going to be shown off in a different part of the map. Over here, we have a little fishing dock that's pretty neat. I like it a lot. It took me a while to get something I liked, but I think it turned out okay now. Then we have this cute little bridge to go over the pond area. I should also note, I took a schematic of this place before I planted all the trees. The trees are totally just a sample in here, and I will be manually growing trees on the server because I'm not recreating trees block for block. That would take me way too long. Over here we have my pig dog statue thing. I mean, it's supposed to be a pig, but it kind of resembles a dog to an extent, but I like it. It's kind of cool. I couldn't find any statues I liked online, so I went with this, went all on my own, and it turned out okay. And I can't wait to see a turn color with time on the server, even if the season doesn't have much longer to go. But we'll get some at least time out of that. Let's see.
Ow.
Good job, Smite. Over here we have like a little cottage thing I made that's kind of a double nod to my seasons 5 and 1 starter houses. So overall, the block palette really closely matches the season 5 starter base. And for that matter, even to it pretty much matches the season 10 one. But also with the little garden thing here on the corner matches the season 1 base. And it's not very exciting inside, but a few little references, like the little orange tulip is obviously a reference to the apple flower. But back here is an Easter egg that I had to be cautious what I say on camera about it right now. Actually, I don't know what I'm going to do. I'm just going to deafen. Discord,
you mean mute?
Well, I'm going to deafen and mute so that way Discord is just out of the picture for a second. Easy enough. So, now that they can't know, this is a nod to my very first base in the Titancraft series. I, block for block, have recreated my hidey hole from season 1. And this little area right here matches the original cave that it was in. On the original, this was open to the surface though, but we have all sorts of little things. We have Logan's funny misspelling on a sign, random armor and a creeper head, all sorts of miscellaneous stuff. On the original, this went farther down, but that's okay. But yeah, I block for block have recreated. This is the only deviation I did. Originally, this is where I left my stuff on season 1. And so I'm like, when I was trying to pick a spot to leave my stuff on season 10, I wanted a better room than what I did on season 1, and it wouldn't have fit because of how things are spaced above. But if we drop down the staircase, here is my really neat room that I'm going to leave my items for this season. I already have most of it lined up. I can have my netherite set there and my special stuff there. Most of my important tools there. And then anything that I want to leave in shulker boxes, I will leave here. As well as obviously an ender chest there. So I'm really happy with how this looks. But I can't wait to actually show this off on the server. I'm going to be pretty secretive about when I build it. The one thing that's going to help give it away, though, that is here is this tree. But overall, that's pretty neat. Okay, now I'm bringing it back so Discord
Like
can
fucking
hear it again.
Titanic, I swear to
Whoa!
God. Like, oh, hey.
You just made it super
Nothing.
obvious that you didn't have him like muted, so that was stupid.
No, when you left, I did start trash talking you though.
Oh, how nice.
Not legitimately.
Not legitimately, but it was pretty harsh.
Okay. Anyways,
Okay, bub boy.
I am now going to show off the lower half of the base. So this is where the baseline of the forest dome would sit. I just didn't have room. I designed the storage room from the ground up, and obviously the forest dome also sits on the ground. And so it runs into the annoying issue that I didn't have them synchronized. I thought about using World Edit to paste, but I pasted enough stuff that broke with World Edit, so I thought no more World Edit for me. But oh, this is the up elevator. Uh-oh. I haven't actually used these elevators much yet. But so we have little elevator things here. It was kind of a nuisance trying to figure out how I wanted to hook all that together. And it's not perfect, but it works. And that's what I care about. As long as it's functional, good enough. Even if it's not the best. So here is the Mega Storage Room, which is basically the Season 5 storage room on steroids, but without redstone, because good God, I'd never want to do another item sorter again. So this time, instead of having 16 chest units, we have 32 of them. 2 of each color set. And so there are a lot of chests, because every chest unit has 32 double chests, which that means 32 squared. A lot of chests. Very fun. Overall, though, not a whole lot different from Season 5, besides the fact that now, instead of being a big, long pill shape, it is a plus. I had a lot of fun, though, with trying to do the dome kind of design here. I'm trying to think of some other noteworthy stuff. For the most part, though, things are pretty similar. I changed a few things around from Season 5 to make them look better and more up-to-date. I brought in some new blocks with, like, the quartz bricks. We had to add some elevator stuff to make things more compact. I utilized some glowing item frames. I think I changed around this little part just a little bit to make it look better. I believe, technically speaking, that this area is more narrow than it was in the last storage room, but that was because this thing was already massive and I don't want it even bigger yet. So if we go, though, and check out all of the sub-hallways, over here is the Nether portal chamber. This isn't actually furnished, like the forest dome, without that I don't have trees on until the final on the server. Eventually, I'm going to add some vegetation along here to match the Season 1 and Season 5 little nether hubs in the overworld that I had. So I'm going to bring back that reference. I thought that would be fitting in the space. Over here, we have the gigantic brewing area that took me forever to design. I never quite liked how it turned out, but I think it's okay. I had a hard time, though, getting this room to be something I liked. We also have a gigantic nether wart area, because why not? And this is a really funky ceiling, too. I had some fun with design here. I'm trying to diversify my skills and see what I can come up with, and I think it's actually turning out pretty good. Not my greatest in some spots, but down here we have the crafting table galore area, and the cool enchanting room. Forget where I saw the chandelier design. I spent over an hour on Google trying to find a decent chandelier, and that one turned out okay, so that's the one we're going to use in here. Played with all sorts of block types, though. Like how it turned out. And that is our library enchanting room thing. And last but not least, is the very boring smelting room, which is just a lot of auto smelters. And yeah, they pretty self-explanatory. Half of them are blast furnace, or on this side half are blast furnace and half are smokers. The other side is just all furnace. And I believe, I'm trying to remember how I designed this. I believe there's 16 on each. I don't think it's just the ones in the front, but I need to verify that. Let me check the rest of them. It's been a while since I designed this. Yeah, there's double. Okay. This was honestly probably one of the best things I've designed redstone-wise on my own in a while. I did not use any external help on the smelter, which I'm proud of. Cannot say that about the auto brewer. But yeah, that is the mega base. And so with 13.5 minutes of episode already burned up, we now have the remaining portion of this episode and 2 more episodes to bring all of this, what you've just saw in the last 10 minutes, onto the Season 10 server. And so you're going to see a lot of jump cuts, lots of time lapses, montages. We're going to do all sorts of fun stuff to make sure everything gets done. My guess is it's going to be a little bit choppy on the first half, and then towards the end, I should be able to bring you guys along for a little more of the ride. But there is just a lot of laborious and redundant schematic building for the beginning here with the storage room. So hang on tight. I will cut ahead right now, and I probably will meet you guys back when I have a sizable update on the server to actually give us an anchor point versus the nothing we have right now. So I will see you guys in a second for me, what might be a day. So I'll see you guys in a second. Alright, so it's actually been like 2 days since I recorded the last clip, and my schedule has been way more hectic than I imagined, but I've been inching along here, and I'm actually quite happy with the progress I have. Right now I have the schematic disabled, and I made the sad realization through this. The schematic is so large, it lags the hell out of my computer, and despite this being a damn good computer, I don't think OBS and that schematic are compatible with each other. Just having OBS idle in the background earlier, doing nothing while I was building, I had like 10 FPS and my computer was freezing up every like 30 seconds. So, not fun. But I basically, what I'm calling the skeleton of the base is done, which is all of the bone blocks on the lower half of the building. I don't have any of the arches for the ceiling yet, but we have the lower part done. So I'm really happy. It's a great start. Right now it's very much not mob proof. There are so many things around here. And so what we're going to do now is I'm going to work on getting all of the chest compartments into place because they also have some lighting built into them. And with the help of Juniper here, hopefully we're going to get a whole bunch of the lights in tonight. And that's my goal for the current session I'm working on at the moment. And hopefully we can cut back the mobs by at least a decent percentage while we work on grinding the rest of the materials out, because I know I need to do some stuff with the quartz supply yet. But anyways, I'm not sure how far I'm going to cut ahead again, because it's at this point unlikely I'll be able to do time lapses. So I'm just going to try to keep you guys updated. I'll probably show you when we have all the compartments and to show all the nice colors and the progress, and then maybe I'll show off some work when I do the dome. I don't know yet. We'll figure it out. But yeah, we'll see you guys in a second. Alright, I think it's been like 2.5 hours since the last cut, and we made a lot more progress in that time than I was expecting. We filled out a lot of the skeleton tonight between Juniper and I. After we got started with the concrete pattern, Juniper followed on with that pattern around most of the place, and she was placing chests while I worked on the annoying walls, and I actually have the first set of water elevators installed, which is very, very nice. But, base progress is actually coming along remarkably well and remarkably swiftly. And
we managed to not blow up any creepers.
That is pretty lucky, yeah. So at the current pace, it is 2:45 in the morning and I have to get to bed like right now. So this is where I had to leave my progress for today. I'm hoping though that in 1 or 2 more nights of recording, the entirety of the lower half of the storage room will be done and I can get onto the ceiling. Honestly, I'm feeling mildly confident that I could see the completion of the storage room in 3 to 5 days, besides, like, the item frames, and that's not the end of the world. But, I mean, far enough along that I could consider it mostly done and I could release this episode. But that's your progress update for now before I get some needed rest, and hopefully we can come back with a very big update next time. I don't know if I'll bring you guys right into having everything done for the lower portion, but we have made a ton of progress, and it is looking pretty sweet. I guess I can quickly walk up and... oh, that's a down. Every set has an up and a down. Okay, boing. You can see, though, we have a lot of lighting. Mob proofing is beginning. Mobs can still spawn in a few places up there, but otherwise, for the most part now, in these kind of areas, the mobs are basically due as 0 again. So that's great. Up in that side, it's still a safety hazard and a half, but that's a different problem. But yeah, we'll see you guys in the next clip with some more progress. Alright, it's been like another, I want to say 44-ish hours since last update. It wasn't quite 48, but last night, I did some work on it. Actually, no, maybe it's been 3 days since the last update, because I took a night off from the server, and then... yeah, regardless, we've moved along steadily, and from what I can tell, the lower half is now done. We have all the color stuff into place. We are just starting the water elevator, and that's actually what I'm going to do next before I begin working on the ceiling. And so... overall, it's coming along phenomenally. Everything's looking very, very nice. I'm trying to be I don't have the schematic on for 2 reasons. A, no lag. B, the amount of errors right here where I'm using slabs instead of solid blocks is annoying to look at. But overall, we have made a ton of progress. We have functioning water elevators. I don't know if that was in the last progress update or not. Regardless. Okay, then. Regardless, we are moving along nicely, so I think the next update I'll probably show you guys when I'm like midway through the ceiling. Again, I don't think it's likely I'm going to be able to do a time lapse. I mean, even right now, my computer's struggling just a little bit because the schematic is technically still loaded to the game, so I gotta move some stuff around and get my computer running up to full speed again anyways, but enough rambling. I'll see you guys again with another progress update where maybe I can keep you guys for at least a little bit longer. We'll see, but yeah, see you then. And we're back, and we have the skeleton of the base completed, so that means we can fill in everything with the ceiling. Also, we have the water elevator. I guess I can show that off. Very, very nice to be able to just go zoom
Yeah,
right
I
up.
casually used the wrong side earlier. Don't worry about it. I tried to go up, and then I started dying.
Yeah, this thing is super nice. Happy to have it, although because magma is slow, the fastest way down is still to go splat. Very enjoyable.
Yeah,
especially whenever you don't have feather falling yet. For some reason, you take barely any damage.
Yeah,
Doesn't make
also
any
my
sense.
game audio, I just realized, broke in the last little bit. That's cool. But,
Oh, neat.
I'm gonna probably... This is probably gonna be my last clip I record in this session just because I'm getting tired and I'm not gonna be on much longer. But I'm gonna start working on the ceiling and I'll hopefully get that finished tomorrow, bring you guys in for that, and then we actually will be pretty close to having the storage room completely done. So, fingers crossed that 24 hours from now I can say that the storage room is basically done. I'm not going to do the item labeling right away. I'm going to hold off for a couple of days on that until I do everything else in the mega base. But we are a lot closer than we were, so hang on tight, and we'll be back again in a second.
Yeah.
And we are back, and the base is like 99% complete, or the storage room, I should say. Unless I am missing something really dumb, which I don't think I am, the only thing left are the item frames on the chests and then labeling them, which is something I'm going to save for a different day. I'm going to do that when I have some free time and probably while I'm farming for something else, I don't know. Because I'll probably do AFK to smelt some stuff for the other rooms, but beyond the item frames, I believe this place is done. The only thing that might not be perfect, I guess, is I don't know if I got all the lighting up there yet. And maybe I can do that to burn up some time here at the end. But the storage room looks absolutely magnificent. I just love the way it looks. Also, I have my fall texture pack on. I haven't mentioned that yet, but that's kind of cool. I turned that on yesterday, I think, when I was filming. So that's fun. But I just love the way this looks when you look down the elevator and you can fall down. And it looks stunning. It's a great it's a great reimagined version of the Season 5 storage room. And it's a long ways from the version I had in Season 1. And this building skill I did for this... Well, it's a great improvement for me. I'm super proud of it. Okay. So I'm going to hit my F7 hotkey, which turns on a mod that's a client-side mod that tells me where things can spawn. And we're just going to walk around a little bit here and look for any spawnable tiles that might have been missed. That's going to be the last thing I do, because otherwise I think I'm ready to wrap up the episode, to be honest with you. And I can show you guys some of the progress on labeling stuff in a different episode. I prefer to get this out ASAP though. I'll probably edit this maybe tomorrow or Tuesday and get this thing live while I work on the other rooms. Hopefully it won't take me too many days to do all of that. I'm thinking I might need a bit of a breather tomorrow to work on a few other things. And I know at the end of the week I get busier, but I'm hoping to kind of spend like a day per room or so. We'll see how that goes for me though. Some of the rooms might be trickier than others. Some of the rooms I could probably do in like 2 or 3 hours. So far I'm not seeing any spawnable places in this wing. And I would like to give some shoutouts here actually. The person getting some background noise from Juniper here has absolutely been great helping. So thank you, Juniper.
Yeah, boy.
And K2 last night stayed up until like 6 a.m. working on putting on some of the roof. I was shocked when I got a DM this morning that he had done that much of it. I'm like, oh, because first of all, I had miscalculated how much birch we needed, and I let us use too much of it for the chest. We had to gather more birch, but K2 used all the birch we had available, and he got most of the roofing done on the simple sections. I had to do the end caps this evening, and that took me several hours as I was basically falling asleep, and I was bored. And Then we basically just turned the Discord voice chat into just chat time and have fun, so that was my evening. It was nice though. I've been enjoying it. It's been a while since I've played Minecraft in this way. This mega base for sure is one of those things that it's so time consuming that at times it pisses me off a lot. In other days though, I just love doing it and I'm so happy I decided to take on this project. Okay. Let's verify. This side is all good. I think we have one more section, one more wing to look above, and then and everything should be well lit, hopefully. And we can call it an episode. And that's awesome. Let's see. Yeah, I don't see any dark spots. If I hear mobs in the future, though, we will address it. But for the time being, I guess there could have been a dark spot on one of the low platforms, but whatever. If I catch something in the future, I'll deal with it then. I guess, should I put in a couple of item frames just to show off what the final design's gonna look like? I could. Let's see if I have the stuff to make a few. I'm gonna be using glow thingamadoohobs, the glow item frames, because it's a new feature and they're kind of cool, so I decided that's what I want to use, and so it's a little more pricey than it should have to be, but that's okay. It's a pretty special build. Okay, use some glow ink. You know, I'm grabbing the glow ink, but I didn't even bother to check if I have leather out here still. I thought I did from a while back, but I'm not confident on that at all. One piece of leather, that's not enough. One more piece of leather. Yeah, that's about all we're gonna muster up. Okay, I guess we're not gonna be doing any extra crafting in this episode. Rip. Okay. Well, overall, I think this episode easily has a 20-minute runtime, or at least close to, and I don't want to drag it out any longer than I have to. I'm really happy with how the base looks, and I'm super happy with how the storage room is turning out, and I think that's where I'm gonna leave it. If I miss anything else, I'll show it off in the next episode, but until then, I think it's done enough. My apologies. I should just say this right now. This entire episode I've been a little bit off for a couple of reasons. For one, I've been recording when I'm incredibly tired, and that's already making things harder. Two, I will admit, as my upload rate has almost ceased in the last couple of months, I am having a bit of a hard time getting back into YouTube and trying to do these commentaries. I don't know, it's weird. For the first time, my habit of doing it snapped enough that I'm having a bit of trouble getting back into the swing of things. And the last thing is that I've had to do a really jump cutty thing because with the schematic, there's just been nothing good for filming while I'm building it, and so the progress updates are the only thing I've been able to do. I do think I will have some stuff in the next episode, though, that I can use some time lapses with and actual content I can bring you guys with me for. We're gonna do the 4 outer rooms, though, next time. We're gonna have, I believe it's the... God, don't quote me on this, but I'm gonna take a shot in the dark. Oh, God, how are these laid out? It's like the Nether room is up there, the potion room is down there. I think the brewing room, the smelting room is down there, and the enchanting room is on this side, I believe. And so we'll have all 4 rooms to do in the next episode, and the following episode will be everything in the forest dome, and that'll bring the mega base to completion. So thanks for watching, thanks for sticking with the series. As always, I know it's been a bumpy ride, honestly, for the last 6 months with how everything is played out, but hopefully we are fully on track again. And I don't want to get ahead of myself, but I think the penultimate episode now is probably not much more than 2 weeks away, which means the finale is only 3 weeks away. It's close, I promise. We're getting there. and we'll see you guys again soon. I wish I could say tomorrow, but I know that even if I delay uploading this for a couple of days, absolutely no chance I'm going to follow up with a double upload. But hopefully it won't be more than 4 to 7 days until the next episode drops with the rest of the rooms, and we can continue on, and all will be great. But for now, on the note, have yourselves a great day. This has been Titanic, and I will see you guys in the next episode of Titancraft Season 10. Thank you so much for watching. Peace out. Bye-bye.